Well, hello there, Libra. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what is going on for May 11th through the 17th. I have the three cards in front of me from the overview video, and we have a guiding card for you for the month, which is white light. It is a contained white light, which is super interesting to me, and it speaks to who you are as a person and how you sometimes contain your light. You sometimes hide your light. What are we doing here? Okay? We need you as bright as you can be. Do you, but also read the room before you do that, because that's part of my messages from my better angels. So it's going to be beautiful and lovely, and I love the fact that you can bring your own white light to whatever it is you're working on. It isn't just, it's like a tool you could use on a daily basis to bring light to whatever it is you're working on. All right? Very nice. The guiding messages from my better angels for the month are talking about staying humble, not too grandiose. I know it's a little tough for some of us sometimes because we're just so darn awesome. Hey, but at the same time, we're going to try and read the room before we let our brightness come out. The next thing you want to think about is how prepared are you for whatever's going on in May, because May could bring some geological, some weather, some financial wahoosies still, because we're just not done yet. Okay, that's what I was told. So we're not done yet. Things are not settled yet. Have a little go bag. Be prepared for whatever you can. Take good care of yourself. All right, it's important. That's the story, and that's what we're going with. All right. And the final message is we're talking about how we need to think about the beautiful things in the universe and what we want to create, okay? And when we think it, we can create it. And as we think it through, we create it. It's beautiful. If we all think about the same things, which are positive outcomes, we are going to create positive outcomes. So that could be at home, at school, at work, or even in the universe. So let's do that. Let's get ourselves together and do some good group thinking, all right? Because I think we can really use some positive outcomes, all right? Perfect. Let's go ahead and look at the cards, all right? So we have the three cards in front of me from the overview video. This is that beautiful new deck, Wisdom of the Oracle, we're using for our mystery card, much like we used these cards for the mystery card last month. We're using this deck this month. And that's the card right there. All right. So I'll set it right there. I'll set these cards aside. We'll read this one at the very end of the reading. Let's go ahead and add these cards to go deeper into this week's cards and get more information. All right. Okay, so what we have here is, for the 11th through the 17th, we're talking about the Queen of Swords. This could be you, very much so, taking good control of your situation. Remember last week where you were like, hey, guess what? You created something that you got to start and jump into. This might be you being that person, jumping into it, beginning a new process, and being the person who's an authority on in the field that you're talking about. So this is great. I love that. You're also very particular about how you like things done. Don't be afraid to teach people exactly how you want things done if you want them done very exactly like you want it, okay? Being able to do that, get down in the dirt and be a part of, it will be very helpful, and they will respect you more as you take the mantle of the boss, okay? Perfect. New information is bestowed upon you during this particular week that will be empowering. I know this comes across a little funny, but this information is going to be empowering. It will give you more information, and that empowering information could indeed be about your employees, who they are, what's going on with them, and you'll be able to better use and utilize your people, but you don't want to talk about the information you're given, whether this is a medical thing that's going on with one of your people and you want to give them extra time to do a certain thing but handle the business, you're definitely going to be able to use the power without it being shared, right? This is a secret. You're being given a secret. You want to keep the secret. It's not your business to share the news, but use it to your advantage as best you can. People will see you working this through and understand that you have tact and capacity and amazingness, and they'll already be talking about you for further up a job, okay? So there's a lot of advancement going on for you right now, Libra. I'm not sure how you're doing all this awesome growth, but people are already seeing you and recognizing you and what you bring to the table and going, okay, this person's awesome. We're excited about this person. Your name is going to be tossed around up there, okay? Perfect. Love this. This is going to be so good for you, all right? Now then, this card here is talking about where you're blocked. And you are blocked because this would normally be breaking out of limiting beliefs. And now we're having doubt, right? We talked about this in the overview, that this is showing that there's some doubt coming up for you. You're feeling a little unsure. OMG. You got strength times 2, double whammy on the strength. So yeah, there's definitely a double whammy of doubt coming down the pike. You're not feeling necessarily, I feel like it's a questionable bit of information that you're given. And the fact that you have to keep it a secret is making you go, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't keep it a secret. Maybe I'm told about somebody I know who's got something going on that's kind of like a big deal. It could be a medical issue with them. It could be an issue of addiction or something like that, that you're watching them and needing to work around their schedule, whether it's medical treatments or possibly outpatient treatments because they're trying to get sober or something like that. Pay attention to who or what that is. You're doubting whether or not you should keep it to yourself, right? You're totally questioning whether or not, am I doing it right by keeping this to myself, or am I jeopardizing myself by keeping it to myself? Lots of doubt. You have a double whammy on doubt, okay? Breathe, okay? There's also the Queen of Swords. Ha! Queen of Swords times 2. Bam. This is you being the boss, right? And now this is you doubting whether or not you should be the boss. What kind of a good boss would I be if I kept all this to myself? And the answer is, there are lots of bosses that keep a lot of things to themselves for the betterment of their employees. Maybe somebody's personal information shouldn't be everybody's information, right? It would have to be up to the individual how to handle that situation. Just stop doubting yourself about how you're handling it. Okay, if it isn't necessary, I mean, the only time it would become a group situation is if they're running amok and we need to make sure that they're not hurting themselves or anyone else, right? But it feels like they're trying to keep it. They're trying to get better, right? Whatever this is somebody trying to get better, in which case it may not be anybody else's business. So you can doubt yourself, you can doubt your leadership skills all you want to, but you have them, and people see them, and you're doing the right things. So breathe, because you are creating foundations. Your solution is that you're creating a beautiful foundation where people will feel safe coming to you and talking to you about whatever the hell's going on. The fact that you can keep the secret is actually going to be huge, all right? Other people will go, oh my God. Even if they know the secret, the fact that you're keeping it is going to be important for everything. So you may need to start journaling and then like keep that at home so you can like get the things out of your heart that you can't share at work, but then be a person. So you need to sort of find a way to create a more solid foundation for yourself. At the same time, everything is getting better. People trust you implicitly for all the beautiful things you're doing in spite of your doubt, okay? Your solution may also to have a little time out. Don't put yourself in massive social situations at work if you're trying to not blow the whistle and say things you're not supposed to. So just spend time by yourself and you'll keep the secret, okay? Good job. I like that. A Seven of Cups. Options will be coming. You will have options at this time. As you move through these situations, there may be more options than just telling or not telling. There may be this person may come to you and say, yes, I'm going through this thing, and you've rolled it over in your head and you've been working it through, and you finally sit them down and say, hey, I'm having a hard time keeping this thing a secret. Is there anybody else in your little posse that knows what's going on with you? Because, you know, it would be good for you to have extra support rather than just me. And I'm here for you, but at the same time, I want you to know we should look at all of our options here. Have you talked to our team who takes care of these medical stuffs? And there may be some ways for you to go and get proper treatment and not lose your job if you want to do that. And we can do that, but we need to talk about this. So we're talking about your options. So you will have come up with options for them as well as yourself so that you can work this through, and it'll be very nice. And you'll be helping as well. Very nice. I love that for you. All right. Perfect. Helping people is your thing, isn't it, Libra? All right. So let's go ahead and find you a message from the cosmos. Oh, right there. Cool. What do we have? You have such a bright light inside. Stop dimming it. Yeah. White light. White light. You have such a bright light within. Stop dimming it. Okay. So yes, it is time for you to bring that out and use that as you're taking control and you're using your power. I know you have doubts. It's going to be okay to have doubts, but you can come through this brightly because you're going to find options for this person beyond the fact that what they were thinking. So you're helping them in such a beautiful way. I love that so much. Let your doubt guide you into a place of helping. All right? Nice. Love that. All right. You need a pocket full of rocks. All right. Emerald, aventurine, and green garnet. All right. So we are talking about a third chakra stone. Green garnet is a third chakra stone, and it's here to help you heal your memories, your understandings, your feelings, and your emotions. Now, all those things are here in your third chakra. At least that's how I was taught. And the fact is, of course, you're feeling like there's almost nobody in the universe who hasn't been affected by somebody who has had addiction of some sort or some other issue, or like a medical issue that's a big one. So whatever that is, you're remembering it and you're healing it, because in this moment you actually have the power to help. You know that how the other constituents or other people in the group will respond if they see this person isn't well or something like that. And you're going to keep it to yourself. That's good news, until it's their business to share. All right? So this is definitely all about that and how you're going to take good care of yourself. It is good news, right? So you're healing those emotions that you have left over. Even though you have doubt, you're healing it. You're walking through it and you're coming up with solutions. I love that. Aventurine is your higher heart, your heart getting healed, which is good because you're healing the emotions, you're healing your heart. This is good, and everything is getting stronger and better there, and you're getting into some solutions, which is terrific. And your higher heart is also getting healed with the emerald. Now the emerald is doing some down-to-earth, easy peasy healing of your higher heart, so your dreams and your goals are being amended and healed also, so that we're going to come out of this doubt about ourselves and our capacity to be in charge because of your doubt about this situation. Talk about being thrown into the fire. You absolutely are being here. Go be in charge over here. Great. Everything's cool until it's not, because you realize you have someone who's got some serious stuff going on. And you're like, okay, cool, cool, cool. How do I handle all that? This seems like a lot. Should I really be in charge here? So you're questioning yourself more than you are whether or not this person should be around. You're going to find some solutions for them. You're going to find some opportunities and possibilities and suggest them and figure out a way to... So you're presenting options to somebody else. It isn't about them, you having many options, but you will, of course, have options in that moment. All right? But your foundation is strong and you're on your own. Ta-da! Cool. So I'm going to set these rocks down right here. You don't have to carry them. Anyway, here we go. Let's look at this beautiful mystery card. Come to the edge. My goodness. It's an opportunity for you to do something that feels a little bit risky, a little bit nuts, a little bit spontaneous. This is very much a fool card, don't you think? And it's all about being willing to do the scary thing that nobody else wants to, right? You are proceeding forward in a way that is different than anyone else would. You are your own unique person, doing your own unique thing. Don't sell yourself short by any means. You rock. You are awesome at what you're doing. And even though you have crazy doubts, the fact is you're the right person for this thing. You're the only one who, if put in this situation, would have even come up with opportunities and possibilities to help this person work through their stuff, okay? Most everyone else would have said, I'm sorry, you gotta go, bro. Bye. We aren't gonna do any of that stuff. You need to get out of here. Bye. But here you are finding alternatives because you care. You care more than anybody else. Even with your swords out, you care. Aren't you awesome? Perfect. Lovely. Love this card for you. This is great. Libra, my goodness. Perfect. Love this for you. This is coming together nicely. As always, you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to, but if you want to carry those rocks, you can. If you want to carry something else, let me know what you got. I'm into that. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's have a conversation about the reading itself. Tell me how it resonates with you and how your week is going. I would love to hear from you. All right? If you have any interest in a personal reading, you can find that information in the description box, along with which decks I'm using and which fairs I will be at when during the year. All right? So my schedule is there. Check it out, see what you see, and come on out to the fair. I'd love to see you there. As always, if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, that would be really helpful, and I would really appreciate it, and it helps my little channel grow. Thank you very much. You matter to me most of all. I appreciate every single one of you. Can't wait to see you next week here or at the fair. Thank you. We'll see you for the 18th through the 24th. All right? Thank you.